It is 7:37. That means it's time for sport. John is here, and again, John, we've seen a protest at a big sporting event.
Absolutely, yeah. It seems that it's happening kind of with more regularity, it's fair to say. Yes, snooker, the latest sport to be targeted. 2 first-round matches suspended last night as 2 activists gain entry at the Crucible. One, as you can see, throwing orange dye all over the table. Both matches suspended. One able to resume the second, which obviously with the table being covered will resume later tonight. But yeah, a major security breach as well. That is one of the big concerns. But certainly snooker, the latest sport to be affected. We've seen it with football and Formula One as well in the past. Yes, very good morning. That match between Robert Milkins and Joe Perry, the worst affected, will restart this evening after play was suspended when a protester poured that orange dye all over the table. The BBC snooker reporter Jamie Broughton was there last night. He joins us live from the Crucible this morning. Morning, Jamie. You've covered this tournament for a long time in its history. I imagine you've never seen anything like this before. And what did the players make of it all last night as well?
Morning, John. Yes, it very much was unprecedented. We've seen some protests before, but they were on the roof when some Fathers for Justice protesters managed to get on the roof a few years ago. But certainly in terms of play being stopped before, we've had a couple of streakers, and famously had a pigeon last year that got in and stopped play, but nothing like this. I think everybody was completely surprised. Nobody was expecting it. As you mentioned there, obviously it was sort of heavily talked about that there could be some protests at Aintree for the Grand National, but nobody was expecting it here.
Yeah, we're just looking at those pictures now, Jamie, of that protester standing on the table, letting go all of that orange dye. A huge kind of clean-up operation then followed, didn't it, immediately after? Vacuum cleaners taken to the table. How will they get this match back on then? Has the surface had to be relayed?
Yes, I've been told that the actual cloth has been replaced by the table fitters overnight, so that table is ready to go. They did actually want to do it last night, and they thought they could get it back underway by about 9:30 in the evening, and then when the Mark Allen match was due to finish, or they thought would have finished by then, they thought they could put the play onto that table. They quickly decided to change that, and what will happen is that, as you suggested there, the second session this evening between Robert Milkins and Barry Hawkins will be the first session, and then Thursday morning, which was normally a rest day here during the first week of play, that will be the second session. So it won't have a big impact on the tournament.
And you talk about kind of the unprecedented scenes, never the like have we seen play out before at the Crucible. As far as security is concerned, I mean, this is a major breach, isn't it? It could have been a lot worse. No one was to know what would have unfolded. Do you think security will be stepped up there today with more fans attending?
I'm not sure what they'll do today. I think what will happen in terms of the auditorium is that the security guards will be, and the people that work here from the World Snooker Tour will be stationed at the bottom of the stairs in the auditorium. And that's what happened after the protests last night. And certainly they'll be looking at the security arrangements and seeing if they can be tightened up. Maybe they'll go towards, in the future, maybe not just this tournament and this year, maybe they'll go towards more airport-style security, with scanners and people being frisked when they come in. The bags are checked for people, but of course it's very tricky, isn't it, whether it's a small venue like this at the Crucible or whether it's a big, race course like at Aintree. If people are determined to protest, there is only so much you can actually do.
Okay, Jamie Broughton, BBC snooker reporter, great to speak to you. Many thanks for joining us on Breakfast this morning. So that Robert Milkins, Joe Perry match due to resume at 7 o'clock tonight. But of course, 980 spectators in there watching that all unfold last night.